Cheviot just behind those. On the outside of those is Boulder. Coming down towards the winning post now with a lap to go. Prince Stand Down takes it up from Peak of Perfection. Boulder is deep around Cheviot, Prince Aluka, Von Ann, Bridal Man and further back Star Era. Just a little wide as Oregon Star from Sea Jester, Lisa's Game. Then Starbinder followed further back in the race going out of the straight by Sky Bow. Well back was River Rider. Second to last is Rover. And last of all, River Rider now dropping out to the back, and back about fourth last is Magneto as they turn into the back straight now, and the leader Peak of Perfection a length and a half in front of Prince Stand Down. 3/4 Boulder third, and then Cheviot caught three wide running fourth. A length for the back Von Ann, a half Prince Aluka, one for the back Star Era. Bridal Man three deep, Sea Jester back in the middle, two for the back. Then came on the outside Oregon Star, trap wide around Lisa's Game. Magneto the fence, a length Starbinder, two for the back, and the race is Rover taking off River Rider around the outside, and back in the middle is Sky Bow. 1200 out on the cup down the back, and Cheviot now went to the front. Cheviot took it up by a length and a half. Peak of Perfection, two to Prince Stand Down, 2.5 further back. Boulder on the outside of Von Ann, one Prince Aluka from Bridal Man, the inside Star Era. Oregon Star hasn't had much luck out wide. Lisa's Game behind it in the middle. Sea Jester a length, then Magneto, then Starbinder from Sky Bow, followed by Rover, and River Rider went back to the tail. 850 out on the cup, and the leader Cheviot 1.5 in front of the Malaysian Galloper Peak of Perfection. One then to Prince Stand Down running third, a length then to Von Ann running fourth. They're followed by Bridal Man, Boulder further back, Sea Jester. Oregon Star around the outside, but under the whip from Prince Aluka, Starbinder, and further back Lisa's Game, Magneto. Two further back Rover, followed by River Rider. A gap then Star Era, last of all Sky Bow on the turn, and Cheviot straightened up. 2 lengths in front now from Peak of Perfection, back on the inside. 3 further back Prince Stand Down from Von Ann. These back markers will have to get a wriggle on. Cheviot the leader at the 300 metre mark, a length in front of Peak of Perfection. 4 Prince Stand Down, and then Lisa's Game followed by Magneto. It's still Cheviot in front with 150 to go. He's going all right. He's holding Peak of Perfection at the moment. Then Magneto, Lisa's Game is flying home. Cheviot in front, Lisa's Game picking it back with Peak of Perfection. They hit it close. Peak of Perfection or Cheviot just from Lisa's Game. Great finish. Further back then Rover rattled home. Further back then came Magneto from Starbinder. Then Oregon Star, River Rider, Prince Aluka, Sea Jester, Sky Bow, Von Ann, Prince Stand Down, a gap in the race, Boulder. Then came Star Era, and Bridal Man is tailed off. Great finish to the cup.
Number 3, Peak of Perfection, 68.10 and 16.90. 12 Cheviot, 51.80 and 12.90. 9 Lisa's Game, 3 even.
Now, number 12's got it. 12 Cheviot.
Got it. Number 12 gets the cup. It's a further print for the Miners.
Okay, number 12, Cheviot on the Super Tab, 43.80, 12.70, 3 Peak of Perfection, 17.80 the place, 9 Lisa's Game, 3.10.
On the back, Peak of Perfection was starting to come after him, and then Lisa's Game putting in big strides late.
13.112 the treble, 6,864.60. Now 9's got second, 3/3.
Inside Peak of Perfection to the Sandown Cup, 12, 9 and 3. Number 12, Cheviot, has beaten number 9, Lisa's Game, and the Malaysian horse Peak of Perfection is third. In a great finish to the Sandown Cup. He was in front. He was starting to get the wobbles near the line. Peak of Perfection was coming back, and Lisa's Game was starting to come home well. He was walking near the post, Cheviot, but he'd done the donkey work going to the front, going into the back straight.
Almost set. Kembler, Cheviot, 51.80, 12.90. 9 Lisa's Game, $3. Peak of Perfection, 16.90. Quinella, 261.10. Exacta, 681.50. 12.93 Trifecta, $17,460.40. The extra double 1 and 12, 221.20. Special div, 290.
Evan got out well and
they're off. And Chief of Mission and Mycology best away. Huge Honours up, looking for the lead, followed by So Precise, Plentiful. On the fence next is Slang from Cape Creole, and then Chiming Lass, Ring-a-Ding-Ding, Ocean Angel, and Trebornix drops out last. They race down past the 900. Mycology on the inside, and Huge Honour are disputing the lead, a length and a half on Chief of Mission, who's travelling a little bit ungenerously. Slang passing it on the inside. So Precise is deep, but not as wide as Chiming Lass. Then Cape Creole on the inside of Plentiful, and and about 2 lengths to Ring-a-Ding-Ding, Ocean Angel and Trebornix on the inside. Down past the 600 they travel, and Mycology got away a shade, a half length on Huge Honour, a length to Chiming Lass and 2.5 to Slang, and then Chief of Mission So Precise. Another 2 to Cape Creole. Plentiful has 3 behind her. Trebornix, Ring-a-Ding-Ding and Ocean Angel straightening up, and Mycology in front. Huge Honour is knuckling down to his work on the outside, and he's coming at Mycology very quickly, and 2 lengths to Chiming Lass, 3 lengths to Slang. Mycology the inside will not surrender. Huge Honour on the outside's almost got it. Huge Honour and Mycology. Huge Honour's taken the lead narrowly from Mycology and Chiming Lass, and Huge Honour makes it 3 out of 3. Huge Honour, a long neck Mycology, third Chiming Lass, and then a break to Cape Creole, followed by Slang, a break of 2 lengths then So Precise, Plentiful in company with Trebornix and Chief of Mission, and the last 2 home, the stablemates Ocean Angel and Ring-a-Ding-Ding.
1 Huge Honour, 310, 150. Number 2, Mycology, 280, and 6 Chiming Lass, 280.
Ridden by Shane Trewick. Up bustling for the lead all the way, and too good over the latter part, paying $3 a win and $1.60 for the place. Mycology number 2, so they had it between them, those 2 horses, didn't they, from basically the word go. Mycology has paid $2.90, and number 6 third, Chiming Lass, wide throughout, has returned $3 even. Huge Honour's trained here on the track by Ray Bradley for his long-term clients LH, Mrs A and Miss A Chan. Is by honour grades from Sis, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding ridden by Shane Trewick. I suppose that's some compensation for Shane, who missed out on the ride in the second on the pre-post favourite Perfect Paradise, who dislodged him and went on an escapade and crashed through the rail up near the start at the 1100, subsequently being scratched. But Shane has had his first ride on Huge Honour today for a happy result. 1-2-6 with number 7, the official 4th, and that was Cape Creole, getting home quite well. Now the time, it was a slow run of 1:12.32 there, 1:12.32. It's about 2 3/4 seconds outside the class or race record, and the sectional time. They've come home pretty well though in 33.63. That was quite a good last 600. 33.63, a half a length, 2 lengths were the margins. Now the totes. Number 1, the winner, Huge Honour, paid $3 and $1.60. Number 2, second, Mycology, paid $2.90. And number 6, Chiming Lass, third, $3. 1580 Quinella, 1580 with an exacta paying 21.40. 21.40, trifecta 133.50, $133.50. The George K Special Projects Race 6, All the Rave number 2, is now owned by the Arrowfield.
A Hit and Run and Jingle Bells. Kenny Anna easing back after the start, nearer the inside. Bonanova away well. 4th early with Bunglung inside it from further back Lucy's Way. Chow Baby just off midfield the fence, followed by Chili's. Kenny Anna going back. Skyrocket out deep and further back Sakinthos Girl, Graceful Emma. Last of all, Talektoff along the back, and Naphill takes it up. Leads out 2 lengths now to Chippy's Daughter and Jingle Bells, and Bunglung 4th the inside. A length and a half, Bonanova 3 deep around Lucy's Way, and Chow Baby holds the rail. Skyrocket 4 out a length, then to Hit and Run from Chili's the inside from Kenny Anna. Further back in the race then came Graceful Emma, followed by Sakinthos Girl, and 2 last of all, Talektoff. At the 800 metre mark, and Naphill sends them along a length and a half in front from Chippy's Daughter second. Bunglung running third. 4th is Jingle Bells, then Bonanova. She's 3 wide running 5th, then behind those Chow Baby. Further back then Lucy's Way. Skyrocket off the track around the outside there of Hit and Run. Chili's back inside. Graceful Emma, Sakinthos Girl, Kenny Anna second last. Talektoff is last of all. Naphill first for home. Bunglung goes to second. Chili's back to the rail. Chow Baby trying to get through from further out Jingle Bells. Then came further back is Chippy's Daughter, and Bonanova coming down the middle from Sakinthos Girl. Kenny Anna from a mile back. Bunglung getting up to Naphill, and Talektoff is making ground on the fence, and here comes Kenny Anna. Kenny Anna swamps them out wide. Hits the front. It's Kenny Anna today, I'd say. Yes, she's racing away now from Lucy's Way. Talektoff and Kenny Anna in front. Kenny Anna scores about a head to Lucy's Way. Talektoff may grab third. Just behind those Chili's from Graceful Emma, Sakinthos Girl and wider out Hit and Run. Behind those pulling up quickly, Chili's with Chow Baby, Chippy's Daughter. Then Jingle Bells, Bunglung, Naphill. Bonanova pulled up quickly with Sakinthos Girl and Skyrocket.
For Kenny Anna, $8.80 and $2.90. 6 Lucy's Way, $1.80, and 13 Talektoff at $6.70.
On the Super Tab, for Kenny Anna to pay $8.50 and $2.80. 6 was second, Lucy's Way, $1.90, and 13 for third. That's Talektoff 7.90.
Lucy's Way, ridden by Brett Preble. And third goes to 13 Telektoff, which made a lot of ground from a clear last on the turn. So the first and third mares back at the rear when they turned in. And she picked them up out in the middle. Caniana grabbed the pack. And she's got over the top of them to beat Lucy's Way. She's won it nearly a neck in the run to the post from Lucy's Way. And third in Telektoff ahead of number 7, which is Chili's.
All right, about to move in Kembla, race 8 at Sandown.
We'll open up that market for you soon. 4-6-13 there in Melbourne. Sydney race 5, 1-2-6-1 Hugh Jonath, 3.
Viticello well behaved. Doesn't appear on paper to be a great deal of pace in this race. There's an attendant climbing here with one of the runners. Could be Volokai or Lady Lucky. Dalmara stood up well. Gates are back. And done that near the inside, one of the first to go. Lady Lucky and also Jack in the Box away very quickly. Planet Green with the gold cap rushing forward, and Remember Jones going with her. Planet Green, Remember Joan have rushed up on the outside of Jack in the Box and done that on the fence fourth. A length away, Dalmara going through the field from Lady Lucky, All the Rave on the outside. A length and a half to Brittany Miss Viticello. Volokai second last and 2 lengths away to Bossy. There was plenty of speed for the first 400, but the leaders have dropped anchor now. Planet Green outside, Remember Joan. 3 wide, Dalmara moving up. A length away is Jack in the Box around done that, and Viticello with the white cap going forward 3 wide. Then Lady Lucky inside of All the Rave. They were followed by Volokai, who's well back. Brittany Miss is second last, and Bossy at the tail of the field. Around the bend, 450 out. Planet Green shades Remember Joan. Dalmara coming at the pair, and here's Viticello letting down with a sterling finishing burst. Viticello at the 250. It burst to the front now from Planet Green. On the outside, All the Rave running on. Bossy from a mile back, but Viticello is well clear at the 100. She's 3 lengths in front of All the Rave and Bossy running on. Brittany Miss will run last, but it's all Viticello. Viticello much too good. Wins 2.5 lengths to Bossy and All the Rave. They were followed making ground by, on the inside of those, Dalmara in company with Done That, who's made up late ground from Lady Lucky. They were followed next in then by Planet Green. Well back out of the run was Jack in the Box, pulling up very quickly, Remember Jane, Brittany Miss and Volokai. Easy win to Viticello. She just went straight past them at the 300, 550 and 210 over Bossy, who proved that her run the other day was no fluke, running home well from the rear at 220, and All the Rave at $3.40, finishing in third position. But Viticello, she can really unleash a powerful finishing burst on her day, and they seem to go pretty quickly for their first 300 or 400 metres before the leaders back the pace off, and it was a clever ride by Lenny Beasley to whip around them. Brittany Missed, the favourites, missed the kick by about a half length, and seemed to get a little bit of a squeeze from the heels of a runner in front, and she was back last of all on settling down. She was still second last coming to the 600 in the home straight. She didn't appear to do a great deal, but whether Chris Muntz really summoned her for a great effort when he was so far back remains to be seen. We'd have to have a look at the video replay. But Viticello, smart ride by Beasley when the leaders stacked up in front. They were going to make it a sprint home, and he was aware of that, so he took off on Viticello, whipped around them, dashed to the front. Trained by Gary Portelli from Warwick Farm, a 4-year-old chestnut mare by Chime Square, who really hasn't made a great name for himself at stud, but he's certainly got a good mare here in Viticello out of the Zephyr Zing mare, Magic Zephyr, and ridden by Len Beasley. Danny Beasley had to be content with second with Bossy, 4-year-old chestnut mare by Deputy Governor Les Bridge. Her run was very good, back at the tail, and she was one of the only ones from last to make ground. And All the Rave battling on fairly well, just struggling to win a race at the moment. Andrew Payne for Bob Thompson, and she was recently purchased by the Arrowfield Group to no doubt to go to stud a little later on, a 4-year-old brown mare by Forest Glow. It's 550 and 210 for Viticello, number 8. Number 9, Bossy, 220. Number 2, All the Rave at 340. Quinella $15.50, Exacta $36.70, and the trifecta $313.40. Happy connections on screen as Viticello now makes it win. Number 5 from 26 starts, and she's won 3 of her last 7 appearances. So she's been racing in great form. In fact, she's won 3 of her last 6 appearances. So she's been racing in great form.
Just forget the run of Brittany Miss. I know it's easy to say when you've backed it into $3.20. but that was a walking race. She missed the start, a walking race, and nowhere to go and chopped out. Just forget the run, put a line straight through it, follow up next time if you've still got anything left.